Let's find the equation of the line. All lines can be written in the form y equals mx plus b. So we must know the y-intercept, which is -3. And then we need to know the slope, which would be found in this way. Reading the graph from left to right, we would determine that to get from the left point to the right point, that our rise would be -2 and our run would be +5. So our slope would be the rise over the run. And that would be exactly how to do this kind of problem. This time we are not given a point and the slope. We are only given 2 points on the line. So we must find the slope and then the y-intercept. Once again, we are looking for the equation of a line, which has this form. Let's first find the slope. That would be the difference in the y values divided by the difference in the x values, which simplifies to 1/2. So we know that that the equation of the line has a slope of 1/2. And all we need to do now is find the y-intercept. To do that, I will select either of these 2 points. It doesn't matter which. I'll just use the first. I'll plug that point in for x and y and solve for the y-intercept, b. I will plug -3 in for x because it is the x-coordinate of this point. And I will plug 2 in for y because it comes from the same point and is the corresponding y-coordinate. Now I have an equation in which I can solve for b. And 2 plus 1/2 is 3/2, or 7/2. So the equation of the line would be y equals the slope times x plus the y-intercept. You will find that this technique of plugging in a point to solve for the last variable, it's used in other situations later on in algebra. So this is a good technique to really make sure you know it really well and you can do it in a very automatic way. As we have seen before, the idea of perpendicular and parallel lines has pretty much everything to do with slope. The slope of the given line is -7/3. The slope of a perpendicular line would therefore be that same number flipped over and with a sign change, so +3/7. And for a parallel line, it would just be the same slope as the -7/3. So let's see how to get the equations now that we have those slopes. For part A, we use y equals mx plus b. We already know the slope is 3/7. And we know that when x is 6, y is 6. So I will plug those numbers in for x and y to find the y-intercept. When I subtract 18/7 from both sides, I get this. I need common denominators, so I will multiply the 6 by 7 over 7. And I get 24/7 for B. Therefore, the answer for A would be y equals 3/7 x plus 24/7. Now let's solve for B. And we do it in the same way. We plug in the slope of -7/3, plug in the given point, and then solve for B. And then I get an equation of the line y equals -7/3 x plus 20. You'll notice that the process was pretty much identical for both. The only difference was finding a different slope at the very beginning. That was it.